Welcome to round 3 of the Monster TRP National Motocross Championships. This is round 3 and it's been held in Bloemfontein. We've moved away from the sandy coastal tracks and moved inland to the more hard-packed tracks. Bloemfontein being one of the most spectacular circuits to watch. Some very, very big jumps out there for the riders and a big crowd going to get together to watch all the action. All the riders know how crucial it is to get a good result here in Bloemfontein. Points are going to be counting. MXSA, one of the organisers, making a fantastic series in 2016. The Monster Girls out in full force. The track has been prepped to absolute perfection. Testimony to the strong committee they have here in Bloemfontein, making sure the riders get the very best circuit they can possibly get for the national championships. Crowd getting ready for the racing. Lots of stalls, making sure they get into the full swing of things for Motocross in 2016. There we go. Different ways for the riders to warm up for the racing. That's one way. The water going down on the track. Winter season, so making sure the track is in perfect condition when the guys go racing. Time now for the first race of the day. It's going to be the 50cc class, and firm favourite at the moment, Neil van der Vyver, will hope to get himself a good start and get out. Peter Brink all the way from Bloemfontein, his hometown. He'll be looking to get a good start as well and prove to the home crowd that he's going to be a strong factor here. There's Neil van der Vyver. Good start. Gets the door shut on him, though. So doesn't get the start he would like as they go into the first turn. Peter Brink was right on his inside. Doesn't look like he managed to hold on to it, though. So Neil van der Vyver up to the front. Peter Brink into second place. Jordan Dudney from Zimbabwe runs a little bit wide and drops back a few positions. And he'll have to make up for that little mistake. The flying Neil van der Vyver up in the front. He is a real talent in South African motocross. And we got a big pile up in the right-hand turn. That's not the way you want to start your racing. Big jump from the number 18. Perfect riding style. Peter Brink in second place on the 227. Under pressure now from Jordan van Wyk on the 747. That battle for second place is heating up. Big double on the 50cc track for the 50cc class. Now they head out onto the main circuit. That is a big ask for them. The track is pretty muddy. The 29 of Seth Young from Swaziland, one of the riders involved in that little first lap incident. Your number 18 up in the front, waiting for that checkered flag. Nice ride from Neil van der Vyver. This is the battle though for second place. Peter Brink still holds on to it from the 747 of Jordan van Wyk. Seth Young now moved up into that 5th place, chasing down on Jordan Dudney. There's the 71 of Jaden Bresler, riding with his teammate Kai Lunardelli. Andrea Maynard and Tian Marais dicing for 14th place out there on the track. Every position valuable and good in the points chase. There's the 457 of Trevor Howell, one of the newcomers to the sport. But back with our front runner on the number 18. That's Neil van der Vyver leading the race comfortably over new second place man on the 747, Jordan van Wyk. He's dealt with Peter Brink, who's dropped back to 3rd place. There's Peter Brink back in 3rd place, but look at this, the 17 of Jordan Dudney starting to close the gap. Running out of time though. Can he do it for the end of the race? 007 of Timo Topfer keeps it ahead of the 100 of Kai Ormond. There's the 28 of Kyle Townsend, the 23 as well on the track. A great ride from Levi Becker. Good corner technique as he goes through the corner. The 94 of Aidan Henley having a great ride. Back with our front runner, and he's going to take the checker flag as he goes through that final Bridgestone corner. Checker flag and a race win for the number 18 of Neil van der Vyver. Feet off the pegs. That was a good dice for Andrea Maynard. Like I said, that was a dice for the lower order as Jordan van Wyk comes through ahead of Peter Brink. And a celebration time for the number 18 of Neil van der Vyver as he takes the win.
Yes, the track was awesome, and I just want to thank my sponsors, my mom and dad, and everyone who supported me. Thank you.
Time now for the MX2 class. The riders wait patiently on the line, very excited about their first race of the day on this fantastic BORC Tempe motocross track in Bloemfontein. The Monster Girl gets the 15-second board up. The moment she turns around to 5, they'll focus down on the gate and be waiting for the whole shot. Tristan Purdon shot there. He'll be looking for a good start, along with Johan Vogelsen all the way from the Free State. Will be looking for a whole shot. Doesn't quite pull it off. Looks like Anthony Reynolds with a great start. That Husqvarna out of the gate like a rocket. We'll pick up the guys as they get around. Karen Fitzgerald has got himself a good start. A few guys going over the tyres on the inside to try and get a better line. And great aerial footage there. The riders almost taking out that GoPro on the ground, using as much of the track as they can possibly get on this first lap. can see all the lines that are formed on the track. Perfect track conditions as the Red Bull KTM has gone to the front ahead of championship points leader Anthony Reynard on the Ace Motorsports Husqvarna in that second place. There's a bit of a battle going on for third place. A couple of KTMs involved there. Josh Mlimi with a great start. Jan Forkelson, there's Tristan Purdon on the TNT Yamaha. Oh, and a couple of riders getting a side swap as they come out of that turn. Everyone fighting for those positions. What is this? The 272. Neville Bradshaw has got problems. That bike has come to a standstill, and one of the favourites is out of the race. That is seventh heaven. 41 metres the riders are flying through the air, and you can choose to either land in the middle or fly the whole jump. Most of the MX2 class going right over. Anthony Reynard putting Kieran Fitzgerald under pressure as they go with a big step up in the middle of the track. Josh Mlimi trying to hang on to them. Jan Forkelson staying in the mix as well as one of the local favourites from the Free State. Good to see Dylan Stokes in the mix on the 810. Very, very talented riders in the MX2 class, but no one able to catch the flying KTM up in the front at the moment of Kieran Fitzgerald. The front two starting to run away. Into third place now on that Monster Energy TRP Yamaha is Tristan Purdon. Jan Forkelson back into fourth place. There is Jason Visser on the AB Midas Husqvarna. Kieran Fitzgerald, this track will be suiting him to the ground. Anthony Reynard staying in hot pursuit. They've got a little bit of a cushion over Tristan Purdon. He's going to have to ride exceptionally hard to catch them. Ryan Gilly in the mix now. The AB Midas Husqvarna starting to make his way through the field. Along with Nicholas Phelps, there's Tyron Nell. Ryan Hunt in the mix as well. Nice to see him up in the MX2 class, getting a little bit of riding ahead of the vets. Anthony Reynard still with that cushion over Tristan Purdon on the number 41. Lots of support for the local man out there as well. That's Johan Fulkerson on that number 18. A whole lot of riders bunched up behind him, ready to make the pass, though he's going to have to keep riding hard for the whole race if he wants to hold on to that top 5 position. The riders start fighting their way through the back markers. The track was very trying, so they got into the back markers fairly quickly out there on the track. So Kieran Fitzgerald dealing with them very well. Anthony Reynard, the one who gets a little hung up there. Tristan Purdon looking down at the bike. Has he got some sort of problem? Sounds like it's spluttering as it comes out of the turn. This could be problems for the 41. He's going to have to ride hard now to hold on to third place. After going through the back markers, Kieran Fitzgerald has managed to open up a little bit of breathing room. Anthony Reynard won't be happy with that. As we listen to Tristan Purdon's bike as it comes past, still a little bit of spluttering going on there. He's got himself a bit of a cushion over Johan Fulkelson, who is putting a great ride on the number 18. Under pressure though from Josh Mlimi and Wesley Deploy. Flying through the final turn, Kieran Fitzgerald takes race 1 win ahead of the Ace Motorsports Husqvarna of Anthony Reynard. Tristan Purdon then holds on to third place with that spluttering Yamaha, and he'll hope to come out in the next race and right up in the front. Time now for the support class. They'll be mixed with the vets and the ladies. A big field of riders getting ready for this next heat as the 15-second board goes up. As it turns to 5, you see all the heads dip down and look at the gate. We're looking at the 71 of Brittany Cuthbert, one of our fastest ladies out there, and right next to her is Richard van der Westhuizen, who will be competing in the vets class just as a bit of practice for the Premier MX1 class a little later. He'll ride up there and get some practice on the track and possibly hand over to Ian Topless and whoever else is going to be running up in the front of the MX3 class. Showing you just how much airtime you get at this Bloemfontein Motocross track. Support riders mixed with the vets and of course the ladies who are right in the mix with the guys. Here go the support riders, and they'll now try and chase onto the back end of the vets riders just up in front of them. Mason Bruce not to start. He would have liked on the 317. He'll be racing for the front end of the sport class. But Richard van der Westhuizen up in the lead. The vets leader at the moment. The 76 of Ian Topless tucked in right behind him. Ian Topless will be heading to the World Veteran Championships later this year. So practicing really hard. The 49 of Charlie Stebbing in the mix. And Tony Jardine, our reigning ladies champion, right in the middle of all the guys. So starting to run away at the front. Richard van der Westhuizen holding on to second place, Ian Topless. But there is Ryan Hunt starting to fight through the field now on that Husqvarna. So a great ride from Ryan Hunt after a mediocre start. He wants to catch the front runners. You see a lot of the support riders choosing to land on the first landing over 7th Heaven. But Richard van der Westhuizen, he'll be pushing up in the front. He knows he's got a very competitive MX1 race coming up. Ian Topless on the 76, comfortably in second place as he went through the aero left-hand turn. Ryan Hunt right with him as well. Brittany Cuthbert, a little look over her shoulder. She'll see Nanda Klo is right behind her, and the reigning ladies champion, Tony Jardine. So the top 3 in the ladies, all very close out there on the track. We head back into some of the Masters dicing. Dax Hunt getting it all wrong as he comes out of the turn, tries to get on the power, and down he goes, going off all that traction on the track onto the dry stuff in the middle. Richard van der Westhuizen has gone into the pits, leaving Ian Topless as your front runner out on the track. The 777 of Ryan Hunt right with him as well. There's the number 30 in hot pursuit, Brett Bircher, trying to stay in touch. A former top rider in South Africa and a welcome return to the sport, doing well in the top 3 of the West class. Nanda Close up there in the ladies, still keeps it ahead of Tony Jardine. That is a very tight battle amongst the ladies. In Topless though, after Richard van der Westhuizen pulled off in control of the MX3 class, Brittany Cuthbert going to come through and take the win in the ladies on that bike number 71, ahead of Nanda Close and the number 1 of Tony Jardine.
Yeah, I know, Bloem's good track, a whole bunch of farmers ploughing the track for us and ripping it up, so it's always nice, yeah. Lekker.
Well, let's catch up with some of our top lady riders.
Yeah, the ladies are getting really fast. It's nice to have a whole bunch of ladies that are all like at the same speed. So yeah, it's really nice that the sport's growing.
I'm very happy. I really enjoy this circuit. I always feel faster and I've got a good track record here, so I'm having fun today.
What about that massive jump over there? They call it 7th Heaven.
7th Heaven. They've actually extended it by 2 meters for today and it's amazing. It's so much fun. When you do clear it, you see why they call it 7th Heaven.
Great to see such close racing in the front of the ladies class. Time now for race 2 of the MX2. We managed to catch up with Neville Bradshaw. We had some problems in heat 1.
Yeah, it's disappointing, you know. We got a bit of water in some of the electrics and yeah, went off the gate and straight away cut out. So yeah, it's frustrating. So yeah, try and make up some points in this one now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to get up to their pace, but I mean, we're working on it national by national and I'm feeling good. So yeah.
15-second board is up and Joshua Mlimi will be trying to get up there. Was one of the fastest riders in the qualifying session, but racing is a whole nother story. Once again focused on the 18 as he gets a great start. This time Johan Fulkerson goes to the front and the Free State will be celebrating as their man is up in the front of the MX2 second race. There we see a long way back though. Neville Bradshaw, not the start he would have liked. So trying to make up some points. He's got a hard race ahead of him. You see the freshly watered track that's going to catch a few riders out, and goggles going to be a big problem if you don't have tear-offs or roll-offs. It's a good start there for the 18 and Anthony Reynard. You see a quick tear-off off. He'll have clear vision now. He's ahead of Karen Fitzgerald. Those two had a very close race in race 1. Jason Fisser on the number 14 up in the mix as well. Very, very fast rider, but Jan Fulkerson holds on to the race lead. There's Tristan Purden. Good shot of the 55 of Tyron Nell as well in the mix. One of the youngsters and newcomers to the MX2 class. Look at the air time over 7th Heaven. And you see the riders crisscross across this beautiful Bloemfontein circuit. Johan Fulkerson holds on to the race lead. Can he hold on to it for the entire race? That'll be the thing. Tristan Purden runs the very outside line. This is a line that not too many riders have used and triples into the whoops. He goes past Anthony Reynard into second place. What a maneuver around the outside, and now chasing down on the race lead. So a very determined young rider coming back from injury. In fact, this is Tristan Purden's first race back after a broken collarbone. So good to see straight away up to the pace of the MX2 class, and into the front he goes. He's going to try and run away now, but Karen Fitzgerald will be watching all of this unfold in front of his eyes. Big air time as they go through the big jumps of the BORC Tempe Motocross circuit. There is Neville Bradshaw fighting his way through, and is going to have to fight his way past Joshua Mlimi, a big talent. So Tristan Purden continues to lead. Karen Fitzgerald has moved up into second place, got past Anthony Reynard. Can the 41 hold on to it? It'll be a question of fitness now in his first race back from injury. Karen Fitzgerald onto the inside line. You see a couple of different lines there. Karen Fitzgerald goes for it, doesn't quite make the pass stick that time around. Hold on the brakes. Deep rights. Oh, little mistake. Cross right there for Tristan Purden. Can you believe it on the final lap? And Tristan Purden now going to have to fight back with time running out in the second MX2 race. Karen Fitzgerald with a well-calculated and tremendous ride in the second heat as he takes the win ahead of Tristan Purden and Anthony Reynard.
I don't know. Apologies to Anthony. I came up the inside of him up there and we came together and I hit him. Sorry. I don't know. I was looking at that outside the whole race, and the beginning of the race was really muddy, but I saw Tristan was battling after his injury. I think he's a little bit unfit, but it was a do or die. I had to do it, and I need the points. So the championship's going to be exciting, and I think that race was pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
The TNT Yamaha man, Tristan Purden, clearly devastated after giving that one up on the final lap.
I'm happy with that. I wanted to win so badly, but breaking my collarbone the week after Cape Town National, I thought I wouldn't race this, so I'm happy to be here. I want to thank 2-1 Training Solutions for getting me here, everyone who's behind me, David Yamaha for building my bike, Sebastian, my mom, my dad, Russell and his family Monster Energy, Thor, TRP, Gurney, Von Zipper, Fist and I can't thank them enough for this. I love this sport. Thank you.
In the FMF results roundup, we go through the official results of round 3 of the Monster TRP Nationals in the 50cc class. Neil van der Vyver with a perfect day. He finishes ahead of Jordan van Wyk, Carl Townsend and Peter Brink on equal points in 3rd and 4th. In the senior support class, Bevan Christie with the win there, ahead of Jay van der Walt, Mason Boost in 3rd place, Terry Gray, Matthew Hills and Trevor Hills, father and son, rounding out to top 6. Brittany Cuthbert with the win in the ladies class ahead of Tony Jardine, Nana Close in 3rd place, the young Kayla Roth in 4th and Natasha Regani in 5th place. In the MX3 overall results, Ian Topless prepares well for the World Vets as he takes the win ahead of Ryan Hunt and Brett Birch in a solid 3rd place. In the MX2 class, hotly contested, Kieran Fitzgerald with the win, Tristan Purdon in 2nd place on equal points with Anthony Reynard, Wesley Deploy with a fantastic day in 4th.